Hello, Malik Harrington here, Family Budget Fisherman. Thank you for tuning in to this another special episode on this channel. You read it in the thumbnail and in the description below. I want to have this great conversation with you about my relationship to the Baitcast combo. So let's get started. All right. Thank you. Thank you for tuning into the channel. Thank you for staying with the channel. We're going to be having this conversation about my relationship, of course, with the Baitcast combo. But before I get into that, I just want to give a shout out to Fishing with Gramps and Debo's Fishing, of course, Dizzle, who hangs out with them on Debo's Live. I just want to thank you all. My name, the channel here, was referenced earlier this week in one of the lives. And the way it was referenced, it was as if it had been referenced before, because the way Fishing with Gramps had mentioned it, I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. You know, a little micro channel like mine to be mentioned with such behemoth channels like Fishing with Gramps, who's got over 33,000 subscribers. And I think Debo is pushing, you know, way over 140, maybe close to 150,000 subscribers or more. So I just want to tell you both, thank you. And Dizzle, you know, riding with that great august group of individuals. Thank you all for making, you know, a credible reference to the channel. I just don't think that I was making any kind of impression beyond my subscribers. Thank you. Thank you very much. So that said, my relationship to the Baitcast combo, just so that you know, excuse me, my eye is itching for some reason. I like Baitcast combos. I like them. I don't prefer to use them primarily because for the techniques that I like to use to catch fish and the multi-species that I tend to go after, the spinning rod for me is the most flexible, how shall we say, rod combo to do it. Even if you were to go down to the bait finesse system, the BFS combos, the spinning models, the spinning rod combos are still the most flexible. Now add to that, I've been fishing, although this baby face doesn't tell you much, I've actually been fishing for almost over 52 years. Okay, over 52 years. And I got really good at it in maybe the first 15 of those years. So just so that you know, I can cast as far with a spinning rod as I can with a bait caster, considering the technology of the current time. My bait presentations, I can skip across water. There's almost nothing that if I chose to do it with a spinning rod, I can't do. I mean, that if I wanted to do it with a bait caster, I can't do with a spinning rod. Let me clear that up and say it that way. Having said that, there are techniques and baits that I can only employ. This model here, most of you remember January 1st, 2023, I won this rod. This is the Mega Bass Destroyer Evolution, and this is the White Python model. And this is a 7'6" inch rod with the lure rating 3/8 ounce on the low end, 4 ounces on the high end. The line rating on here is 12-pound test on the low end, 30-pound test on the high end. I actually have the line here at 45-pound test. This is that old Fins, the blue line right over there. I still have some of it, but on this higher end, and I still use it. It's a great line. And I paired it with that Zillion. Now, this is a $625 rod, so I had to pair it with something that was comparable. So is it Zillion? Yes, the Zillion. Well, I can't find it. Zillion. Yeah, Zillion right there. The Zillion. And I think at the time it was selling for about $400, but you know I didn't pay the $400. You know that. So at any rate, and here's what I throw. If I can set this down real quickly. You know, these are some of my old school baits. I've thrown this on there, thrown this wake bait on there, And these are several ounces. I mean, I think this is 2 to 2.5 ounces. This is definitely 2 ounces here. And then some of the newer stuff, 6 cents. This is about a 1.5 ounce flow glider. I can actually throw this on a spinning rod, but I choose to do it on the Baitcaster. And then this one is a 2 ounce fast sinking. It's called the Trace. You remember when I bought a bunch of those? So when it comes to these kind of big baits, that's what I throw. Oh, that was, here we go. I got one of those baits stuck on my shirt. There we go. So that's the main reason why. And now, what that means for you is I got a lot of stuff to give away. Like these rods here. I still have, of all 11, 12, 13 rods that are baitcasters, I still got about 5 to give away. These, if you remember, were those blackouts. They were $80 a piece. Excuse me, they were $80 a piece. And they are now, I bought them for $20 a piece. I bought 4 of them. As you can see, I gave away 2 of them, and I have 2 left of those. And I had about maybe 5 or 6 of these Bass X rods that were $125, $135 a piece that I got on average for less than $40 each. I still got 2 of those to give away. And then this Shimano Claris rod, and this is a special price for me because this Shimano Claris rod, $80 rod, and I got it for $7, less than $10. The total came to $17, but I had a $10 coupon that knocked it down to $7 and change. And so I got this here. And then, of course, I still have the 4 bait casters here. As you can see, these are the Lures. These were, I think, $100, and I got them for less than $40 a piece. So I bought these 3 here. And then the Tatula here. This is the most recent one that I purchased. Unfortunately, I could only buy the Baitcast model, but I still thought it was a great deal because I give away a lot of stuff. And so I thought I'd buy it and give it away to somebody. This is a $200 reel that came with a $300 rod and some baits. Watch the last video and you'll know what I'm talking about. So that's the reason why, is I'm just more comfortable with spinning gear, even the heavier gear, because the technology has progressed to near parity when it comes to baits that are less than 1 ounce and presentations that are less than 1 ounce. You can do just as well on whether spinning or bait casting, and I just prefer the spinning. But I also prefer they're broad. The range is broader in terms of usage for the spinning gear than it is for the bait cast models, even with BFS. Trust me when I tell you, I have yet to be outfished by a person with BFS. If I get out there with my NRX Plus, or I get out there with my Adrena, I think twice I got out there with my Zodius rods, and I just outfished these guys who tournament fish with BFS. But that's because I know what I'm doing with a spinning rod, and you got to account for experience. Remember, you are your best equipment for fishing, not your rods, you as an individual. What you see, what you hear, your situational awareness, that's what's going to catch you fish, because you can fish in a bathtub. If there's no fish in it, you will never catch anything. You are your best piece of equipment. And so whatever you use, it should enhance whatever it is that you are and what you're intending to catch. So with that said, please, please, please don't break your family's budget by trying to buy any of this equipment, but by every legal and ethical means, get out there and break your personal best. I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Be blessed.